moved my seat back and I kicked the power cord that goes to my my modem, and it turned my internet off. I was like, no! It's right when I did
Yeah,
it. So I kicked my power cord because it's right underneath my desk. I was like, geez,
Oh my
crazy.
yeah.
But anyway, welcome to class, everybody. It's great to have you here. We have Rodrigo. How you doing, Rodrigo?
I'm fine.
Very
How
good.
about
Good to see
you?
you again. I'm doing great, man. Thank you. As you can tell, I have a little bit of a cold. My throat is a little sore. Not too bad though. But yeah. So, but I feel okay. I feel okay. Let's see, Julian. How are you?
Hey Shad, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Nice to see you again.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, and we also have Anastasia, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hi there. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very
We were
good.
just, yeah, we joined the class and then where's Chad? Like, it was planning like we have hangout, but we don't have Chad.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
then you were showed up.
yeah, yeah. Well, it just I started it, and that's I moved my chair back, and it went. Boop. I was like, no,
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
that's
Okay, you
okay.
guys. Here's the story in the Verbling chat box. I'll put it in the Google chat box as well. Okay, let's see. Heidi, how are you?
Hello, nice to see you again. I'm fine.
Good to see you too. All right. We also have Ashish. Ashish, I can barely hear you. It's really, really quiet.
How are you? How are you, Chet?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm fine.
Very good. Nice to have you here in class.
Thank you.
Okay, and Amparo. Hi there, Amparo. Welcome back.
Hi, teacher.
Hi
Thank
there.
you.
Good, good. All right, you guys. The link is in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. I'm gonna go ahead and share my. Oops. I don't want to do that. I want to separate it. There we go. I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we are going to start off with Rodrigo. Where'd the screen sharing option go? All right, now this is a story entitled Meeting the Parents. And okay, so Rodrigo, let's have you start off and read from Kelly's. Finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says playfully, please.
Okay. Kelly's 1997 Ford Taurus crashed its way through her parents' gravel driveway slowly, coming to a rest in front of their sprawling home. She had brought boyfriends home before, but this was different. It was the first time she had felt love, true love, in its purest form. And she knew that, after 2 years with Jonathan, meeting her parents was long overdue. John sat in the passenger seat, clutching the door handle nervously. "Jonathan," Kelly softly murmured, her voice trailing off. Jonathan's eyes remained fixed on the garage door. "Yes, they are going to love you. You take such good care of me, which is all Dad ever wanted," Kelly said, squeezing his upper arm playfully.
Okay, very good. Let's go to the word murmured right here. Okay, so it's murmured. Try that.
Murmured.
There you go. Good. Next up, we have the word sat. Now, instead of sit with a short e, this is an ah sound. John sat in the passenger seat. Try that.
Sat. John sat in the passenger seat.
There you go. Okay. We're going to use the same a here as well. Instead of passenger, it's passenger. Okay, so
Passenger.
let's try this one more time. So John sat in the passenger seat.
John sat in the passenger seat.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word that. Give me a good TH sound. Instead of she knew that, she knew that after 2 years.
She knew that after 2 years.
Okay, good. And your last word is here at the beginning. This word is pronounced crunched. Crunched.
Crunched.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to, let's see here. Oh, I can't see the names. Julian?
Yes.
All right, Julian, let me have you read from then why. Okay, finish this paragraph, read this next one, and read down to the this phrase here. Just sighed, please.
Okay. Uh, then why have you waited so long to introduce us? Oh, no, 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 no. They why have you waited so long to introduce us? John snapped back, immediately regretting his tone of voice. A look of panic seized her face, and her eyes darted around like a fruit fly trapped in a Snapple bottle. "I'm not sure," she replied, in a voice so soft that it made the snuggled bedsheet feel like limestone. Her mind drifted back to David. Tall, dark, average-looking David. He was a doctor. He was a volunteer fireman. He was a Boy Scout in the late '80s. Kelly forced those thoughts out of her head. "Let's go," she said, while not yet pushing her door open. "So it has nothing to do with my affinity for Satan. Is that what you're saying?" John responded defensively. Kelly just sighed. Kelly just sighed.
Okay, very good job. Very good job. All right, and this is a joke. You guys, he's a joke here. He doesn't really like Satan, but anyway, so it's a joke. Okay, very good. Let's try that word out. So instead of Satan, it's Satan. Satan.
Satan. Satan.
There you go. Good. Let's go to this vowel sound here. Instead of pushing, it's pushing. Pushing.
Pushing. Pushing.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word thoughts. Now, your TH. Make sure that you're using your tongue between your teeth to pronounce the TH here. Instead of tots, it's thoughts.
Thoughts.
There you go. Good. Next, we have the words tall, dark, average-looking David. Try that.
Yeah. Tall, dark, average-looking David.
Okay, now this is going to be average instead of average. Okay, so we're not going to pronounce that E. So it's average. Average-looking David.
Average-looking David.
There you go.
Average-looking David. Okay.
Good, good. Next up is trapped instead of traped. Okay, this is an A sound. Trapped.
Trapped.
Good, good. This word here has an ED ending instead of dart. Okay, this is her eyes darted around. Her eyes darted around.
Her eyes darted around.
Great job. Good. This word here is pronounced seized instead of seized. Seized.
Seized.
Good.
Seized.
Right here we have the word regretting. Okay, instead of regreeting, regret. Regretting.
Regretting.
Okay, very nice. And the last word for you is immediately instead of immediate. Okay, this is going to be a E sound. Immediately.
Immediately.
Good. One more time. Immediately.
Immediately. It's a little.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Immediately. Yeah, it's good.
Immediately.
Awesome. Nice job. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, let's go to Heidi. All right, Heidi, please read from Robert Jackson. Finish this paragraph and read down to. Let's have you read down to here where it says notorious Taurus riders, please.
Robert Jackson peered out of his living room window. A million thoughts and emotions surged through his upon seeing Jonathan talking to a daughter in her car. "Mary Beth," he called, "this one doesn't look like a doctor." "How can you tell?" his wife yelled back from the foyer, where she was swapping old light lamp bulbs into energy-saving ones. "She drove," screamed back Robert over the din of his "I Love Lucy" collector's DVD running in the background. When a doctor meets the parent, he drives, and he sure as shit doesn't arrive in a Taurus. Mary Beth emerged from the foyer with shattered glass protruding out of his shoulder blades. "Maybe he's a surgeon," she suggested, always the optimist. Robert rubbed his temples slowly to numb the pain. "Yes, because surgeons are notorious Taurus riders. I'm
Okay.
sorry, letters are a little smaller for me."
Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. You can open it up on your own
No,
computer,
no,
and
my computer is Japanese, so it's changed to Japanese, so I can.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Very good. So let's take a look here. Let's go to this word here. This word is protruding. Protruding.
Protruding.
Good. Just like that. All right. Let's go to the word blare. Blaring right here. Blaring.
Blaring.
Good. Much better. Okay. Next up is a lamp's old light bulbs. Okay. Lamp's old light bulbs.
A lamp's old light bulbs.
Good. One more time. Lamp's old light bulbs.
A lamp's old light bulbs.
Okay. Very good. Next is the word daughter. Right here, instead of daughter, it's daughter.
Daughter.
Very good. Next, we have the word through instead of through. Okay, give me a good R here. Through.
Through.
Good, that's it. Okay, and last one here. Give me a good L and R. So it's his living room window. His living room window.
His living room window.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Let's go to Ashi's.
Dad, yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you
Ashi's.
hear?
Yes, I can. Let me have you read this next paragraph from Robert down to expression, please.
Uh, yes. Robert rubbed his temples slowly to numb the pain. Yes, because surgeons are notorious Taurus rider. Why you'd be hard pressed to find an open heart specialist who does not enjoy cruising in his vintage Taurus clay. He trailed off his sentence, stopping like a car on the edge of the Grand Canyon. But the car didn't tip over. A car that was sort of perfectly balanced. One of those everyone moved to the back seat right now or we're going over kind of moment. Why the do you have shards of glass sticking out of your back like a triceratops? Triceratops? He asked, his voice matching his crestfallen expression.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to this last word here. When you have a double S like this and then an I-O-N, this is shun. It's an SH sound, expression.
Expression.
There you go. Good. Now, give me a good R. Instead of saying expre, okay, push your tongue down. Expression.
Expression.
Okay.
Expression.
All right.
Expression.
All right. Better. Okay. This word here is pronounced triceratops. Okay. So, a couple things here. So we have the TR at the beginning. With the
Yes.
TR, you want to make sure you're pronouncing a CHR. Instead of try, it's
Yes.
try. Then we have an R there in the middle. Okay, force your tongue down for that R and then finish off the word. So it's triceratops.
Triceratops. Tri
Good. One more
tri
time.
Triceratops.
Okay, watch that R. You don't want to say ceratops.
Triceratops.
Good. Yeah. So you don't want your tongue to touch the top of your mouth.
Oh.
Okay. Next up is the word shards. Give me a good SH sound here instead of sards. Shards.
Searched.
Okay, with an S at the end instead of a T, an S. Shards.
So what is that word actually?
Shards means pieces of glass. Shards.
Okay. You have shards of glass sticking out of your back like a ceratops, right?
Triceratops.
Ceratops, yes.
Okay, triceratops, not ceratops, triceratops.
Triceratops.
Okay, good. Next up is the word perfectly. The stress is at the beginning instead of perfectly. It's perfectly.
Perfectly. Perfectly.
Okay. Push your tongue down on your R. Perfectly.
Perfectly. Perfectly.
Okay, almost. You're saying perfect. Okay, you're rolling your R. So you want to push it down so you can pronounce that good R.
Per
Perfectly.
perfectly.
There you go.
Perfectly.
That's better. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go to these three here. So this is didn't. Okay, so make sure to pronounce that D. Didn't tip over. Didn't tip over.
Didn't tip over. Didn't tip over.
Okay,
Didn't tip over.
so with the I, you want to make sure you're pronouncing a short I. Instead of teep, it's tip. Didn't tip. Didn't tip over.
Didn't tip over. Didn't tip over.
Okay, yeah, there you change it to an A, saying tape. Okay, it's I. So let's try this. All I want you to say is an IP. The word is ip. Ip.
Ip. Ip.
Okay, instead of I. Okay, drop your tongue just a little bit in your mouth. I.
Ip.
Ip.
Ip. Tip. Tip.
Okay, almost. We're getting closer. We're not quite there. That short I sound though is quite challenging. Okay, so keep working on that.
Sure.
The GR. Okay, so here instead of grand, it's grand. Push your tongue down. Grand.
Grand Canyon.
Almost grand.
Grand Canyon.
There
Grand
you go.
Canyon.
That's better. That's better. Okay. Next is let's see here. Okay, so here you broke up the contraction, saying does not. Okay, this word is doesn't. Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Very good. And your last word here, it's here at the beginning. So we're going to work on these R's. So Robert rubbed his temples. Robert rubbed his temples.
Robert rubbed his temples. Slowly he'll numb the pain.
Okay, one more time. One more time here at the beginning. Robert
Ru-
rubbed his temples.
Robert rubbed his temples. Robert
Good.
rubbed his temples.
All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, good. Let's go to Anastasia.
Yep.
Okay, Anastasia, please read from Mary Beth. Finish this paragraph and read these next two, please, down to explosion.
Okay. Mary Beth sheepishly lowered her eyes. They light bulbs, she muttered under her breath. I don't know when they got so complicated. There I was expecting a beam of light to shine through as I gave it one last twist, and what happened? You guess it, my glass of iced tea fell and glass shat everywhere like binging. Robert closed his eyes. He couldn't rub his temples any harder as he feared he would be directly rubbing bone at that point. Binging? What the sweet Christ are you talking about? Language, she snapped back. And did you ever hear of World War II? She proceeded to make a loud uh, whooshing sound and benched her two fists together to symbolize an explosion.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to this word here. Instead of banged, it's bang. Banged.
Bang,
Bang.
bang,
There you go.
bang,
Okay, good. Next up is whooshing. Okay, loud whooshing sound.
whooshing, loud whooshing sound.
Good, good. Okay, let's try these three here. This is World War. World War II.
World War II.
There you go. Much better with war. The first time around it was a little off. Good. Next up is, okay, you guessed it. Okay, so combine these sounds here. You guessed it.
You guessed it.
That's it. Very good. And your last one is breath. Instead of breathe, breath.
Breath.
Great, great. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Amparo, please read from As He Glared. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says parking lot, please.
As he glared at his spouse, Robert's mind raced with thoughts of what he kept in his storage shed: an axe, a shovel, a forget-Canadian passport he had won as a gag gift at the office Christmas party, a piñata. His plans were abruptly interrupted by the doorbell. John shoved his hand deep inside of his pockets, rocking back and forth on the heels of his feet as he heard the doorbell chime reverberate throughout the house. In a near whisper, he began chanting slow at first, but the tempo gathering speed like a car that was headed towards the Grand Canyon at 72 miles per hour, but then slowed down and safely parallel parked in a nearby parking lot.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word slowed. First, give me an unvoiced S. Slowed.
Slowed.
Good. But then slowed down. Try that.
But then slowed down.
There you
Slowed
go.
down.
Yeah, good, good. You can connect those. Okay, nice job.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Next up is reverberate. So our stress is right here. Reverberate.
Reverberate.
Good. Now, because we're using this as a verb and not a noun, this wouldn't really ever be a noun. But just so that you know, most of the time when the ate is an it sound, it's because it's a noun. When it's a verb, we do pronounce that as ate, right?
Okay. Reverberate.
Good. Good. Next up is the word deep. Okay, give me a long E sound. His hands deep inside. Try that.
Hands deep inside.
There you go. Good, good. Next up is forged. Right here. Forged.
Forged.
Good. Now that's a fake, like a fake passport, a forged passport. Okay. Next is shovel. Instead of shovel, it's shovel.
Shovel.
Great, great. And the last word is spouse. Ow, spouse.
House.
Great. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem. Good. Let's go to Leonardo. How you doing, Leonardo?
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Good, good. Let me have you read from This Is Crazy,
Yeah.
and read down to Let's see here. Down to here where it says with the devil in the past, please.
Okay. Uh, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. His eyes shut. His hand called me. He desperately began attempts to invoke his dark overlord, Satan. Satan. He never heard to. He never heard the door open. When he opened his eyes, he found Kelly, Robert, and Marybeth staring at him, mouth agape. Hi, here. I'm John. It's so nice to meet. Were you invoking Satan just then? Robert interrupted. His bait is convenient every inch of John's sweet face. What? When? John stammered, his heart racing. Just now. Yeah, just now. Robert replied coldly as his daughter watched in horror. No, sir, I wasn't. I've just been studying here. So, you weren't some morning Satan? Robert asked, incredulous. No, John replied in a shaky voice. Robert, never a one lolled up, continued. So you weren't, just now, loud to hear it. Does that mean that you have tried to make a spiritual connection with the devil in the past?
All right, very good job. Very good. This is hilarious. It's very, it's a very funny story. It's a very funny story. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the word shaky. Shay instead of shaky, shaky.
Shaky.
There you go. Good.
Yeah.
Next up is asked instead of asked, asked.
Ask it, yeah. Ask.
Okay, go straight to a T sound. Take out the K, and it's asked, asked.
Asked.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Next up is horror. Make sure to pronounce that H. Horror.
Horror.
There you go. Okay. Here instead of daughter, this is daughter.
Daughter.
So his daughter watched in horror. Try that.
Daughter. Yeah. His daughter watched in horror.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word sweaty. Right here instead of sweetie, this is a short E. Sweaty. John's sweaty face.
Sweaty. Sweaty face.
Okay, good. Next up is combing. The B in this word is silent. Combing.
Coming.
Good, good. This word here, instead of interrupted, it's interrupted. Interrupted.
Interrupted.
Good. Next up is agape. Right here, long A sound at the second A. Agape.
Agape.
Good, good. Next we have the word desperately. The stress is at the very beginning. Desperately.
Desperately.
Okay, very nice. And last one here. His hands clammy. His hands clammy.
His hands clammy.
All right, very nice. Thank you, Leonardo.
Thank you, teacher.
No problem. Okay, let's continue here with Rodrigo. All right, Rodrigo, please read from not really. Okay, and read down to here where it says it's quite chilly out here. Please.
Okay, not really, John said. His mind was racing uncontrollably, with the feeling that everyone on that porch could see right through him. Not really? Marybeth asked, her expression changing from understanding to pure disbelief. So, sort of? Hey, we all experienced in college, right? John laughed uncomfortably. He looked at Kelly for help, but her gaze was permanently locked on her childhood cat, now 19 years old. who was watching this unfold from the living room window. Good point, replied Robert. Did you do any other wild experiment in magic school? Robert, exclaimed Mary Beth and Kelly at the same time. No, it's okay, John said reassuringly. I didn't actually go to magic school. But you're still a dog, right? Mary Beth asked hopefully. Can we continue this conversation inside? John asked, smirking. It's quite chilly out here.
Okay, very good, very good. Let's go to the word smirking. Give me an unvoiced S instead of smirking. Smirking.
Smirking.
Okay, one more time. Now, what you're saying is zmur. Instead of a Z sound, it's an unvoiced S. Smirking.
Smirking.
There you go. That's it. Good. Let's go to the word doctor. Okay, make sure to end the word. You had said you're still a doct. Okay, so yeah, pronounce that You're still a doctor. Try that.
You're still a doctor.
There you go. Okay, this so right here, this is medical school. Okay, instead of school and really pushing into that ooh, it's school, medical school.
Medical school.
There you go, nice and easy. Good. This word here is pronounced reassuringly. Try that.
Reassuringly.
Good. One more time. Reassuringly.
Reassuringly. Reassuringly.
Okay, there you go. Good. This word here, this is window, the living room window.
The living room window.
That's much better. And your last word here is this one here. This is actually it's up here. Yeah, I got mixed up. It's uncontrollably. Uncontrollably.
Uncontrollably.
Okay, one more time. Uncontrollably.
Uncontrollably.
Great. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Julian.
Yeah.
Okay, Julian, please read from Robert Looked. Finish this paragraph. Read this next one. And let's see. Go ahead and come down to here where it says my little girl, please.
Okay. Robert looked unimpressed. How are you, doctor, if you never went to medical school? He asked John with a glare. You are a doctor, right? John felt his stomach tighten into a knot. Of course I am, he lied, as Kelly's expression turned to utter disbelief. She knew darn well that he was a food scientist, unlike David, whom her parents took an immediate liking to. She spoke John in the ribs, and silently mouthed, "What are you doing?" John mouthed back, "Don't worry, I got this. I know that they have high expectations for the man who cares for their beloved daughter. Specifically, they want to make sure that I can love and provide for you. In the hopes that we have an amazing life together, I would be the same way, and I would accept nothing less than perfection for my little girl."
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word specifically. Specifically. Now, in this word, we are not going to pronounce that A. Okay, so it's specifically. Specifically.
Specifically.
Good, good, just like that. All right, now here, this word is not going to follow the ed ending, so we're not going to say beloved. This is going to be beloved. Their beloved daughter.
Their beloved daughter.
Beloved. Okay, so this word here is acting as an adjective. When we're using this as an adjective, sometimes words, now this isn't a verb, okay, so it's just an adjective. So when we use this, we're not going to follow the ed ending rules. Okay, because it's not a verb. We're not. This isn't in past tense. Okay, it is their beloved daughter.
Their beloved daughter.
Good, good, nice job. Next up is the word mouthed right here. Now this one is a verb. Okay, so we are going to follow the ed ending rules. Okay, so this is mouthed.
Mouthed. Mouthed.
One more time. Mouthed.
Mouthed.
Good, good. Next up is the word immediate right here. Immediate.
Immediate.
Okay, very nice. Next we have the word utter. Instead of utter, it's utter, utter.
Utter. Utter.
Good. Next is the word not. Okay, the K is silent. The O is an ah sound. Not.
Not.
Okay, very good. And your last one. Okay, so right here. So this is going to be, you are a doctor, right? You are a doctor, right?
You are a doctor, right?
Okay, very good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. All right, let's go to let's see here, Heidi.
Yeah.
Okay, Heidi, please read from Not to be Undone. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says ensuing conversation, please.
Not be undone, Robert began silently mouthing to Mary Beth, to the confusion of the observant cat. How long can this possibly go on for? Don't they know that we can see them mouthing words, just as they can see us mouthing words? Even right now, I mouth this. Mary Beth furrowed her brow and mouthed back. I didn't get ice cream. You didn't put it on the list. Robert clenched his jaw and turned his attention back to John, who was still mouthing to Carrie. John, medical school? How did the doctor not go to medical school? John sighed. I was in accelerate curriculum in college and was awarded a medical degree in a very prestigious program for gifted and talented. Carrie lit a cigarette and sat on the ground as she could not bear to watch the ensuing conversation.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to this word right here. The S in this word is going to be an SH. So this word is the ensue. No, wrong. It is going to be ensue. Okay, the ensuing conversation. Sorry, I thought it was going to be shoe, but that's wrong. Okay, rewind. Let's go to for the gifted. All right, so right here. So let's try these words together. So this is for the gifted and talented. For the gifted and talented.
For the gifted and talented.
Okay, good. Try gifted one more time with a short I. GIF. For the gifted and talented.
For the gifted and talented.
Okay, very nice. Next up is the word accelerated. Okay, so our stress is right here. Instead of accelerated, accelerated.
Accelerated.
Good. And accelerated curriculum.
Accelerated curriculum.
Okay, one more time. Accelerated curriculum.
Accelerated curriculum.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word doctor. Instead of doctor, it's da. Doctor.
Doctor.
Good, good. Next up is, all right, now, with his jaw, you said his jaw, adding an extra sound in between. So let's remove that. So clenched his jaw. Clenched his jaw.
Clenched his jaw.
There you go. Good. Next is the word, let's see, brow. Right here, instead of bro, brow.
brow,
One more time. Brow.
brow,
Good. And the last one here is, okay, so possibly go on for. Okay, so instead of possibly go on, it's pa and on. So possibly go on for.
possibly gone for,
There you go. One more time. Possibly go on for.
possibly gone for.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's see here. Next is Ashi's.
Yes, Chad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was mute. So
Okay.
1 minute. Yes.
Please read from that's impressive. Okay. Finish this paragraph,
Yes.
and let's see here. Come down to here where it says John. Nice to meet you, John. Please.
Okay. That's impressive, Robert replied, keeping a deepen expression. What was the name of this program? John racked his brain, his mind spinning out of control. Have you even heard of Dougal Hauser? He asked, weighing internally to Saturn that they hadn't. The slap of Kelly's palm against her forehead echoed down the driveway. Robert removed his glasses and put them in his shirt pocket. The fictional child prodigy doctor from a 90s television show. Yes, I am aware of Dougal Hauser. John felt John felt faint. Yes, well, it has nothing to do with that. I was just curious. The silence that followed was broken up by Mary Beth, who exclaimed, "Well, it's nice to meet you, John." She gave
Okay.
him a
You're still there. Very good.
yes, yes.
Let's go to the word Mary. Give me a good R here. Instead of Mari Beth, it's Mary. Mary Beth.
Mary Beth.
Uh-huh.
Mary Beth.
One more time. So the first time was good. The second time you hit the top of your mouth again. So this is Mary. Mary Beth.
Mary Beth. Mary Beth.
Okay, almost. So what you're saying is Medi. Medi. You're
Mary.
touching your
Mary.
tongue to the top of your mouth. So one last time. Mary Beth.
Mary Beth. Mary Beth.
Good. Okay, let's try this sentence here. This is, I was just curious. Instead of curious, cure. I was just curious.
I was just curious.
Okay, instead of Q, it's cure.
Okay.
Curious.
I was just curious. Curious.
Okay,
I
almost.
I
So,
was just curious.
okay, so what you're doing, you're saying Q, and you're going to an oo sound. Instead of an oo, it's cure. Curious.
Okay, I was just curious.
Okay, all right, we're getting closer. Let's go to the word prodigy. Instead of prodigy, it's prodigy. Prodigy.
Prodigy. Prodigy.
Okay, all right, now let's work on that R. Instead of pra, it's prodigy.
Prodigy. Prodigy.
Okay, almost. You're saying pra. You're rolling your R. So control your tongue, push it down, prodigy.
Prodigy.
There you
Prodigy.
go. Much better. Okay, this word here is shirt. Instead of shirt pocket, give me an SH sound. Shirt pocket.
Shirt pocket. Shirt
Good.
pocket.
That's it. Okay. Next up is the word echoed. Instead of echoed, this is a short E sound. Echoed.
Echoed. Echoed.
Okay. All right, good. Next up is the word asked. Okay, right here, right up above it. So it's asked. Go straight to a T. Asked.
Asked. Asked.
Okay.
Asked.
All right. Good. Let's go to. All right. Keeping. All right. Here it is. So keeping a deadpan expression. Keeping a deadpan expression.
Keeping a keeping a deadpan expression.
Okay. Now the double S with the ION. That's an SH sound. Expression.
Keeping a deadpan expression.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you, Ashies.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay. No problem. So we went to John. Okay. Anastasia, please
Uh-huh.
read from She Gave Him. Okay, finish the paragraph. And let's see. Okay, let me have you read down to here. Are you okay? Try that.
Okay. She gave him a warm hug, the only kind of she knew how to give. John felt a sense of relief and hugged her back. Kelly noticed the tension fading, flicked her cigarette away, and stood up, beaming. John recoiled almost instantly, shouting, "Holy shit! What the F?" His faintly for cursing creased a smile in a watchful, Satan's aged face. What? Screamed Kelly in a high-pitched, panicky tone. What happened? John jerked his hands away from Mary Beth, his hands bloody with wounds. I don't know, John stuttered. And Mary Beth laughed to herself. "Oh my!" she said, tears of laughter running down her cheeks. "I forgot all about those shards of glass in my shoulders. Are you okay?"
Okay, very good, very good. Let's go to, let's see, stuttered. Okay, right
Uh-huh.
here. Instead of stuttered, stuttered.
Stuttered.
There
Stuttered.
you go. Good, good. Next up is wounds. Okay, so bloody with wounds.
Wounds.
Okay, good.
Bloody with wounds.
All right, nice job. Next up is panicky. Give me a good E sound here at the end instead of panicky. Okay, panicky tone.
Panicky tone.
One more time. Panicky tone.
Panicky tone.
Good, good. And let's see. Beaming. Okay, beaming. Okay, give me a good
Uh-huh.
E sound here. Beaming. And stood up, beaming, please.
And stood up, beaming.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. I have a question. Like
Sure.
marry the name and marry me, like, like, is it pronounced the same?
Yeah, it's pronounced exactly the same. There's
Okay.
really four, or sorry, not four words, but three words. We have the name Mary. We
Uh-huh.
have marry me, which is RRY. Ah, dang it,
Yeah.
RRY.
Uh-huh.
And then we have to be happy, which would be MERRY. All of them are pronounced exactly the same. Mary.
Oh, okay. Mary. Okay, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Good. Let's go to Amparo. And let's see here. Are you okay? All right, let's go to, of course he is. All right, finish this paragraph, and let's have you read down to um, uh, licensed doctor. Robert, go ahead and read that.
Of course, he's okay, Robert interjected. He's a doctor. I'm sure he can take care of this. First time that night Robert grinned and stifled his laughter. What would Doogie Howser do, John? John, applying pressure to his cut, angrily flashed his eyes up at Robert. I don't think you need to go to the medical school to understand the dynamics of a band-aid, Robert. A little help, please? In a minute, John, Robert responded. Tell me more about your college experience. I'm assuming you went to Bayside High before you began your four-year medical degree? John glared up at Robert. That was the final straw. I went to college, Robert. I'm a licensed doctor, Robert.
Okay, very good. So This right here, Bayside High School, is from another TV show called Saved by the Bell. So, that's great. Okay, very good, Amparo. Only one thing here I want to practice is in a minute. Okay, instead of in a me, okay, use a short I here. In a minute.
In a minute.
Good. One more time. In a minute.
In a minute.
There you go. Good. Yeah, everything else was just fine. Okay, nice job.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Leonardo.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, please read from and if you're interested. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to here. Convert to our faith, please.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Robert, yeah?
Nope, where it says, and if you're interested.
Okay. And if you're interested, I'm in love with your daughter. She is the most important person in my life. I want to dedicate the rest of my time here on the earth to providing for her and making her happy. The two women sing it, clearly impressed and placated with John's response. Unfazed, Robert replied, "So, do you have some kind of medical certificate, or?" John threw his hands up in frustration, preparing the porch with his blood. "I'm not a doctor, Robert. Okay? I am scientist. One of the best in my field. I will have you know." Mary Beth was alarmed and blurted out, "John is a house of holy Catholics. We aren't interested in Tom Cruise's nautical religion affiliation. Would you consider a bar mitzvah to cover to our faith?"
Okay, very good. Very nice. This is really funny. It's too funny. Okay, let's go to, let's see here, field. Okay, instead of feld, okay, it's a long E sound, field.
Field.
Okay, one more time, instead of field, it's just like the Spanish E sound, field.
Field.
There you go, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go to the word peppering. Instead of pipper, it's peppering.
Peppering.
Okay, very nice.
Peppering.
Okay, next up, this word here, the ATE is going to be pronounced like an IT. So it's instead of certificate, it's certificate.
Certificate.
One more time, certificate.
Certificate.
Good. Next up is the word placated. Placated.
Placated.
Okay, one more time, placated.
Placated.
There you go. Good. Here we have the ed ending, which will sound like a T. This word is impressed.
Impressed.
Good. Next we have the word providing. Instead of providing, it's providing.
Providing.
All right, give me a good V there. Instead of providing.
Providing.
There you go. Okay. Next up is dedicate. Dedicate.
Dedicate.
Okay, very good. Now the difference here is that this one here is a verb, this one is a noun. Okay, so that's why we're pronouncing that as ate, and this here is it.
It.
Okay. Here, next one is daughter.
Daughter.
Right here. Yeah, instead of dau, it's da. Daughter.
Daughter.
There you go. Good. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, good. So the reason why they're talking about going to their faith, which is Catholics, is because there's another religion called Christian Scientists, and so the mother is completely confused, and she thinks that when he says that he's a scientist, that he belongs to Tom Cruise's religion, which is Christian Scientist.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are ridiculous. Okay, let's see here. I think let's go back up to the top here. Rodrigo, let's have you finish. We've got a couple of minutes left. Go ahead and read this paragraph here, please.
Okay. Rob saw red and swiftly backhanded his wife across the face. "John, I'm impressed," he said, for the first time with a genuine look of affection on his face. "What type of science are we talking about? Cancer research? DNA coding?"
Okay, very good. All right, so this is going to be swiftly backhanded. Okay, so it's backhanded. Try that.
Swiftly backhanded.
Okay, now the great thing about when you have an F and a T and an L together, the T does not need to be pronounced. So this is swiftly, swiftly.
Okay. Swiftly backhanded.
There you go. That's it. Okay, good. Yeah, everything else was great. Okay,
Okay.
really good job. Okay, good. All right, you guys, we're just about out of time. Thank you all for coming in. It was great having you all here. Next up is a listening class. We'll be taking a look at or taking a listen to some audio clips and answering questions. All right, thanks you
Thank
guys.
you,
We'll see ya.
Okay,
teacher.
thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Bye.
Mr.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Hi, chat. 1 minute, just. Hello.